Sia of Twisted for Sugar for the amazing cotton candy light show, to Brandy Carlos for the photo booth of Camera Shy Booths, to Karina from Viva Los Cupcakes, to my manager Maria, to my bomb makeup artist of the evening, Mandy, to Arlene and Kiani of Glam Lindo, to Liz of OG Let There Be Luz Tribe, and to Maria from Candela on La Brea. And of course, a very special thank you to Zoila, Jenny, Sonia, Yesenia, Angie, Michelle, and of course, in spirit, to Jasmine. This evening was truly a dream come true, just getting to see all of the expansion. I had my very first circle 2 years ago at Liberate Hollywood. It was a group of 15 on the same full moon, the September full moon, La Luna de Maíz, and just to get to stand in a room 2 years later and see the expansion, to know that there was also a really big waiting list for this circle was so overwhelming in love and in gratitude. It really just goes to show that if you are consistent, you come with the right intention in everything that you create and everything that you do. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to come with love. It has to come with the intention of providing value for others, and whatever it is that you are working on, whatever it is that you are creating will expand. Has Let There Be Luz expanded in crazy skyrocketing numbers? No, but it has expanded steadily and powerfully. I believe that this podcast comes into your life exactly when it is supposed to come into your life. And no, it won't hit like a wave, but it will pierce your soul like a needle. It will inject you with the medicine that you are looking to receive. I'm not a guru. I don't have crazy certifications. The only thing I have done is I have walked through so many traumas in my life, and I have tried to heal myself. I cannot sit here and say that I'm healed. I feel that that's a process that will not end until the day that I die. But what I can tell you is that I have dedicated myself to the work. And what I also can tell you is that everything I share is from a place of experience. It is from a place of going inward, being able to listen to my intuition, being able to listen to my inner knowing. And my biggest message overall is that that is what you need. There is nothing that you need to seek outside of yourself. Every single tool that you need lies within. And so I believe that this is the message that everyone is resonating with in terms of their inner knowing, and the reason why you hit play again and again every time I upload. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for your contribution to the podcast, because I feel like we are connected deeper than we fully understand, and I get to tap into the conscious collective every time I create something, whether it's curating, producing an experience, or whether it is curating or producing an episode on the podcast. I'm looking forward to the transition as I move into Texas and see what we're able to create in that space there. I will absolutely be traveling back to Los Angeles, but with moving out to Texas, what this means is that I will also be traveling out to our top cities, which is what I am so excited for. We have been in meetings and ironing out what a tour could potentially look like for Let There Be Luz in 2020, and I cannot wait to share my vision with every single one of you all. What I wanted to tap into today piggybacks off of the experience I had with the Day of the Goddess. It was so incredible to connect with every single one of you and the stories you shared on how the podcast has really ignited you or shifted the direction that your life was heading in. Maybe it uplifted you. Maybe it told you a story of something you already knew. What I get the most is how much it resonated with you. And I really wanted to create something that I could relate to, that I felt I needed. And so to see it now fulfill needs of others in order to help them find find more of themselves is so powerful to me. I cannot get over what this means. And I just feel like I have to take the time to really share that if you are being guided to this space, I don't want you to feel like you owe anyone anything as you make these transitions and let go of prior beliefs, or even feel like you have to adopt anyone else's beliefs. That's including my own beliefs. The entire point of the messages that I deliver is to really tap into yourself, really, truly, and not necessarily adopt what anyone else wants you to believe. That is the whole point of my journey, was really finding myself, finding my inner voice, letting go of organized interpretation of what I was told I was supposed to believe, how I was told I was supposed to be acting, instead of really being true and honoring what my calling is. And so that's kind of what I want to talk to you about. I did mention this a little bit in my stories on Instagram at Let There Be Luz. After the event, I headed over to Natural Feelings Spa with Adina Diaz. She is a Latina. She carries Native American blood in her soul as well. And that is the energy that radiates the most from her, most especially in her healing energy when you're around her. She's truly a gift, just like all of us are truly a gift. And we're more so a gift when we are shining in our authentic light, when we're taking up our authentic space. The energy alone that we radiate, we're able to heal other people. Other people are able to receive our pure energy with pure intention. And there's something that I believe is mending within us. There's something I believe that is reconstructing when we receive authentic energy. I think that is why I find a gravitational pull when I'm around so many people, because I believe that I am showing up with pure intention and pure love, and people can feel that. And sometimes it's so hard to really generate that natural, unique energy to us because we've been taught to let it go, and we've been taught that it's not good, that maybe it's evil, that we've been taught everything opposite of what it truly is. And so our purpose is to simply come back home to it and generate it. So Adina is a generator of her authentic purpose, of her DNA, and I went into her spa the day after to do some self-care. She really took care of me. She did an amazing facial, but it's not just any type of facial. It is also a facial that incorporates limpia and what she intuitively curated for everyone that she comes in contact with. And this is what I think is key. Ella me sacudó. What that means is like she shook any energy that was not serving me off of me. You could feel it with every single sweep. She swept my entire body. She cleansed me with Palo Santo, which is the medicine that she prefers to use in her smoke. She also used sound bowls. During the entire facial, I went through an amazing journey. I traveled into outer space as myself, as Linda Garcia, and then at one point I transitioned into becoming a star, and I was able to witness myself from the star's perspective. I cried. From that point, moved into sun energy. I became daughter of the sun. The direct healing that I received from that was so powerful in its restoration. Can we just stop a moment here to acknowledge that I went in for a facial and I had this incredible experience where my energy vibration was shifted and grounded, and I came back into myself from a facial. This is why it is so important for us to find our thing. It's not to look and blueprint someone else's thing. It is to truly find what is my calling and how can I incorporate my unique gifts into this calling. In that is where you will find the magic. This isn't just a podcast. I really like to come correct with my intention and my energy, and I like to provide an experience that can really help uplift you, even if it is for the short time that I'm on the microphone. If it extends longer than that, if it really was able to move you in a completely different direction, then I am in full gratitude of what we were able to do together, because it's not just me by myself. It also takes your heart to listen to my cries, to listen to my song, to feel my energy, and know that I'm just trying to show you the most powerful you, wake you up and remind you of who you are. That's it. When I received Adina's medicine and I felt so refreshed and in my power and just restored, it felt like a complete 360 experience in the one I had the night before, where you all were telling me how much you relate to my story, to my experience, to what I've been through, to how I show up for you. And it is because we've had similar wounds. We know what it is like. We resonate with each other in ways that are so much deeper than just the surface of trying to seek spirituality or trying to find oneself. It's about healing similar wounds. I feel that you hear the restoration in my voice. You can sense the restoration in my energy of some of the darkest things that have happened to me. And I have refused to make myself the victim, but instead I make myself my own Shiro, my own warrior, my own goddess, one that isn't trying to prove anything to anyone. I'm just simply being myself. And in that, I'm finding so much love and so much support. And so the entire Night of the Goddess experience for me, beautiful celebration, was a reminder of the magic we can create if we just are true to ourselves and not care about what anyone else has to say or has to think. To do the work. And it is only in the space that we do the work that we can then begin to open up space and share ways of healing for others. So important for us to walk through the fire first before trying to lead someone through the fire. But I'm asking you, walk through the fire. Walk through it. Come out the other side. And then let's help each other. Let's remind each other. Let's wake each other up. This is the entire point of this. Every time I do work like this, I get this same vision. There's this vision of all of these women dressed in white sleeping in a room, and there's so much work to be done, and one of us wakes up and then goes and wakes another one up, and then those two go and wake two other women up, and then those four, and then it goes on and on and on. And by the time you know it, you have a room full of 100 women lighting each other's fire, speaking power, speaking magic, owning their masculine, owning the feminine, honoring the land and the cosmos. And none of it is good and none of it is bad. All of it is divine. All of it is healing. All of it is love. All of it is being present in the now with intention. I love you all so much. Monica Lorraine is coming soon with another chart that she works on called The Human Design. We're also going to have a Q&A with her on Patreon. And she is currently having a workshop for $99 early bird special. Head over to Monica Lorraine's Instagram account to find out more information. I'll link her information below. The course is going to teach you how to read birth charts. If you're being called to that type of work, I highly recommend Monica Lorraine. She is amazing. If you haven't heard the episode that she is on, where we go over my birth chart, I will link that in the description below. And then also, if you head over and you purchase her workshop, please let her know that you came from Let There Be Luz. She has so graciously agreed that if anyone comes from the podcast, that she will give me coaching credit so that I could receive business coaching from her. I think that is amazing. I offered to promote this without any expectations, and it was really important for her to balance energy and be able to give me something back. So she has offered this, and I'm like, yes, I will receive it. Thank you so much. So be sure to mention Let There Be Luz so I can get the coaching credit. I love you all so freaking much. I thought I would make it through the episode without crying. It has been a really hard last few days. I do have a giveaway on Let There Be Luz Instagram. Head over to the Instagram so you can see what I'm giving away. There are some leftover magic from the Mujeriana retreat, from Brujita Skincare and Vive Cosmetics. And then I'm also giving away a collection of my books that I've carried around with me for over 15 years. I think it's more like almost 20 years. of the books that began to change my life and shape what you've heard in the last 2 years via this podcast. I'm giving away the books as a collection. You have to be willing to drive to LA to receive the books. What I'm asking in exchange for this giveaway is to please head over to iTunes. It is so important that we review each other's work. It's a way of currency. If you like the work that I'm producing, if you appreciate it, maybe you don't have an iPhone, maybe you have an Android, borrow a friend's iPhone. Write a review. Rate this podcast 5 stars. This helps other people find the podcast. It pushes the content through, and it also uplifts the algorithm, shares other podcasts that are similar. I love you all so much. May the light within grow stronger.